Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to SkillSharp, the podcast. Today, we're discussing the entrepreneur mindset versus the employee mindset. One of the things about being an entrepreneur or having the employee mindset, I think just kind of think about what the employee provides versus what an entrepreneur provides.
Mm.
An employee, the mindset is, they people who want structure, they need stability and clarity of what a particular job is. Uh, A lot of times they're risk averse because they just want to go to their job, log in 9 to 5, come home, do it over again.
They got a family. They're just,
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh, you're reactive a lot of times to what your boss needs. So you're waiting for instructions what to do, how to solve a problem. Entrepreneurs, they proactively seek certain opportunities where they see they create value. Um, and you also want to understand like what your superpowers are so you can build a vision of what your role can be and what you want it to be.
Mm.
And like you said, you're gonna get a lot of no's before you get a lot of, that first yes. So just be comfortable with negative responses. You just got to start building your brand. And I think once you start doing that, you can put yourself in the entrepreneur mindset, entrepreneurial mindset.
yeah. And the way you describe it, though, it's even for the employee, them being able to demonstrate an entrepreneurial mindset, it so prepares them for whatever may come in the future. So it's not that you can only be an entrepreneur if you're jumping out to be an entrepreneur. I get that, but you're saying there's certain practices you could do today where you're building your brand. And now, as an employee, you're known as the person that takes on a bunch of different projects and loves this or has a personal passion for that. Great to work with, great to collaborate with. I mean, that's actively building brand. And that usually is not the entrepreneur who sometimes, or I'm sorry, that's not the employee who oftentimes can become siloed, one trick pony, susceptible to layoff.
Absolutely. You're preparing yourself for, it's like insurance. You're preparing yourself for what could happen. Sometimes that's actually the best thing that ever happened, right? I mean, when I got laid off at one of those entertainment companies, uh, basically, best advice I got was to say, "Hey, Todd, it's this was during the financial crisis too, by the way, New York City." And he said, it's better for you. It's easy for you to get acquired versus hired. Well, what does that mean, man? He said, "You're a recruiter. You got a computer. You got an internet connection. You got a phone. Just start recruiting." Oh, holy smokes! It's a great idea. But how do you get that first paying gig? Well, I didn't. Basically, what I did was I went to a lot of the folks that were laid off at this uh, career placement center, Lee Hecht Harrison, and
Mhm.
I just basically read resumes, gave people tips on what to do, how to adjust a resume, so they could actually do their own career pivot, and got me out of the apartment, got me to meet people. Actually, got a couple of interviews based on that. When they landed, they said, "Hey, we need recruiters." Um, Basically helped me practice the art of interviewing again for myself. And 2 weeks later, or about a month later, I got a call for a contract recruiting gig. But it's because I felt like I was in the game. I was making calls. I was networking. Uh, I just wasn't applying to jobs because it wasn't going to happen.
That term get acquired, not hired is that's money right there.
Shout out to Adam Ballman. Thank you so much, Adam.
Yeah, no, that'll be another episode for sure. I can already see it.
Absolutely. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And always remember to stay sharp.